How's it going, YouTube? It's Cornwolf here. Thank you for joining me for another video today. And today we're just going to have a little bit of discussion about Project Cars 2. I've been trawling the internet to see if all the information that I can find about the game. I'm just going to put them all down on this one video while you've just got a couple of the trailers running in the background there, just so you've got it all in one place. So just to start off, I actually quite like the original Project Cars game. It's not without its flaws and its faults, but from a game that was, as far as I'm aware, pretty much crowdfunded, apart from the end when Namco, Namdai Bamco, however you pronounce it, came on board. It was really good. Like I say, it had a few faults, it had a few niggles and different things, but it's a good game. It's a really good sim game. It's a pretty hardcore sim game as well, and probably the most hardcore sim game we've seen on a console, and I really enjoy it. I still play it now, still got it installed, and I'm just hoping that Project Cars 2 delivers on what was already there, what should have been promised for the original game, and builds on that. So let's get to some of the new items on the next instalment. So first up is the tracks. Apparently the track roster has been increased quite significantly. You've got 15 unique locations, and there's going to be 200 plus courses off the back of that, which apparently is the most in any console ever. I've not had a chance to check that out yet, but I believe it. It's a lot of tracks. So you've got 50 of the unique locations, and then obviously there'll be different iterations of each track, indie tracks and whatnot, setups for each of those locations. So it'll be interesting to know which new ones we've got on there. The last one was pretty decent, with a lot of British tracks on there, which was great for any British motorsport fans, and a lot throughout the world, which was really good. Off the back of that as well, apparently the live track data 3.0, as they're calling it, so all the tracks now have seasonal changes, and the way the track evolves, which is the live track 3.0, as we saw in the other one, where if you were cutting a corner, gradually that part of the grass would erode away. And now that's going to make even more of an effect, that I think if you go through the stones and you drag some stones onto the track, that will affect other cars that go through those, and just give you a little bit of handling difference. So that's pretty cool. Apparently they're embracing 8 different motorsport disciplines, including Rallycross, which is one of the videos you're going to see in the background there, and there's going to be 200 plus cars from 40 manufacturers, including concept and banned cars. So the 8 different motorsport disciplines, I'm presuming you're going to see open wheel, closed wheel, rallycross, different things like that, and probably some rallying in there as well. Just depends on the licenses and things they've got on there. So that's pretty cool. So we're going to see even more different types of racing in this game. Obviously last time we had quite a bit of that, and we had go-karts and different things like that. So that's going to be really good. 200 plus cars, fantastic, 40 different manufacturers, and the concept cars are always pretty interesting to race, so that'll be a little bit tasty to get your hands behind them. And the banned cars is something I'm not too sure of. I'm not sure what banned cars there have been in motorsport. Probably something again that I probably just need to do a little research on, and if I find anything tasty or when they release information on it, I'll be sure to get back to you. So that'll be really interesting to see all those different cars. Nice to get a few more cars onto this game, although I wasn't short of them before, so it'll be interesting again to see what they're bringing to the table there. They've got a seamless Connect Online now, which basically means that you'll be able to find it easier to get in and out of practice lobbies, and they're just making it a lot more fluid how you join online, which also goes on to the pro racing events and live broadcasting. So that they have got an online racing league and different things like that, and basically have a sport going for that, or an e-sport for it. So obviously they're putting a lot more focus towards that, which is great. And apparently everyone will have their own license, which is interesting. So you'll have your own racer license, a little bit something like on iRacing, if any of you guys have played that. So basically what that is you will rank up depending on how good you drive. So if you go around smashing people, you will then end up being in a lobby where you're all smashing everyone. So you guys can stay down there and do that. But the clean racers among us, and those people who actually want to go in for the more realistic racing and the clean racing, your license will reflect that, and then you'll actually go up through the ranks, and then basically it's a way of splitting the lobbies. So you won't be constantly having frustrating races, a little bit like you do on Forza, of people basically just being dicks on the game there. So basically it's going to allow it to split up the field a little bit, which may be frustrating for some of you if you wanted to or you like to race online with a mate who might not be as quick as you. Doesn't mean you can't do your own private lobby. It just means that if you was to do an official lobby or just do a random one, then obviously you're going to get that split. But it's really, really good. It is something really good to embrace on that one there. Then you've got your personal playground and live racing. To live your racing dreams. Sorry, I'm just reading my notes there. So basically you will be able to, the personal playground is basically, it will allow you to set up your own, from what I gather, online or offline career. So your career there, you can say what you want to do and plot your course. So I know before they've said that you could actually do Lewis Hamilton's career from go-karting all the way through to F1. So if you wanted to say start in the Clios or the Ginettas, go to the Clios and then go to the touring cars and world touring cars and different things like that, then I'm sure that's something that you could set up just on that for yourself. So that's very, very interesting there. They've also updated the controllers. So the actual hand controllers, not necessarily the wheels. The wheel functionality is very much there, but they're making it a lot more accessible for the guys that just have controllers. So that means that straight out the box you should be able to pick up the controllers and go. You might need a few little tweaks, which I'll hopefully be able to report back on for you and do those videos that you guys seem to love. But obviously straight out the box, pick up controller and off you go, which is a lot better, because I know we had to do a lot of tweaking with a controller, to the point I don't use a controller at all on project cars. Straight on my wheel, it's just so much easier to drive with it. So they've actually taken that on board, and apparently there's updated handling and tyre model, so which means that there'll be a lot more emphasis, and they've done a lot more number crunching to make sure that the cars handle even more realistic and better for us all. And then finally, just two last bits. Obviously this is released on PC, Xbox One and PS4, and apparently it's slated for late 2017. So that is a very interesting point, without any confirmed dates from anything else just yet, and obviously dates get pushed back. More than likely in September you're going to get Forza 7 for those Xbox and PC owners. GT Sport is hopefully coming out this year, and by the looks of it it's going to be probably in that autumn winter slot as well. So if this slot's in there as well, there is some heavy competition out there for us racing fans, which is very, very interesting, and it'll be interesting to see how that affects figures, or if one of the guys ends up pushing their release date back, so maybe into the start of next year, 2018, or if Project Cars actually gets delayed into 2018, just to give them a clear window for that. Or are they just going to go in showing their cards on the table and just saying, look, this is what we've got, boys, and bring your A game. So it's going to be very interesting, with Project Cars being obviously a cross-platform, GT Sport being a PS4 title, a PlayStation title, and Forza being a Xbox One and obviously also PC now as well, with the Play Anywhere. So that's all I've got at the minute for you all. Any extra information that I do get, I will be sure to put it up on my channel and get all the information I can for you. Let me know if you're interested in this, or if where your preference lies. Obviously I'll be getting Forza Motorsport 7, probably get this on GT Sport just to give them all a go, why not? But let me know where you are swaying at the moment. Obviously if you're a PlayStation or just a Xbox owner, you'll sway one way, and then it's a toss up between the two. If you've got both consoles and a PC, then you've got the world's your oyster. So let me know in the comments below what you think this game's going to come out like, and where you think you will be placing your money in terms of the three big contenders. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for tuning in, and I shall see you all on the next video.